Ladies and gentlemen, greetings from your respective positions wherever you are, around the world. So, this is the international news headline. These images you see there, these images are going around the world. Vladimir Putin, he is very strange. Yes, he is very, very strange. The May 9th parade hasn't even started yet. Vladimir Putin is displaying his trophies. So, the images you see there, that you see scrolling, are the war trophies that Russia has obtained. Not against Nazi Germany, mind you, but what Russia has obtained from NATO in Ukraine. That's what's being displayed like this. That is to say, Vladimir Putin is always trying to hit NATO where it hurts the most. The parade is scheduled for the 9th, but before the day of the parade, it's necessary to hurt the adversaries as much as possible. So, since May 5th, the exhibition has started. And as you can see, many are coming to see the trophies. That is to say, it's an opportunity for Vladimir Putin to show world leaders and the entire world, once again, how he was able to defeat NATO in Ukraine. That is to say, this May 9th celebration is referred to as the Great Patriotic Victory of Russia against Nazi Germany, etc., etc. But it looks much more like the actual celebration of Russia's victory over NATO. That's what it looks like. And Vladimir Putin is doing everything possible to make it indeed look like that. So if Xi Jinping, other world leaders, Robert Fico, and others have learned that Russia has been able to capture Abrams tanks and Leopard tanks, on which the Westerners, particularly NATO, were relying to enable Ukraine to achieve victory. If they have learned that Russia has captured these tanks, Russia would need to show them the physical version. And so that's why these tanks are there. You see them with Ukrainian Western flags and with the flags of some NATO countries, such as France and others. So this is very well organized by Vladimir Putin. You can already see that some people are coming to take pictures, take selfies. This is what really, really hurts NATO. Please share the video conference with me. So that really hurts NATO. That's the first aspect. Now, the second element is that Russia, while Russia is preparing to celebrate victory, as we mentioned yesterday, Russia really wants to celebrate its victory in a, I don't know how to put it, but a definitive victory. Before May 9, 2025, Russia is doing the dirty work across the entire Ukrainian territory. The report, in 24 hours that is, on the night of May 4th to 5/20/25, the report that is there is simply sad. It's pitiful. The number is enormous. So what happened in Ukraine in these 24 hours? Please share the video conference. Share the video conference, give it lots of likes, share the video as much as you can. So, the Kiev army lost 1,300 men in 24 hours. 1,300 men. That's a lot. If we were at least talking about chickens, roosters, we could see. But here we are talking about human beings. And imagine the level at which Russia has started striking Ukraine. Several cities are being attacked at once. I'm telling you, Russia is no longer joking, and it's simply said. seeing that the negotiations for the advent of peace have failed in Ukraine between, well, Russia and Ukraine through Donald Trump. Seeing that it has failed is truly regrettable. So, on this 5th of May, the key points of the daily report from the Russian defense make us understand that the Western grouping. When I say grouping here, you need to understand that the Russians have sent several units across the entire Ukrainian territory. I have never stopped repeating it. I repeat for the new people. The Russian command units are dispersed, deployed across the entire Ukrainian territory, whether in the east, west, north, south, or center. They are spread everywhere. So, the Western grouping, which occupied more advantageous positions, managed in 24 hours to attack 5 Ukrainian brigades, and the Kiev army lost 225 soldiers on this side. The Kiev army lost 1 combat armored vehicle and 2 pieces of Western-made artillery and 3 ammunition depots. Meanwhile, at the same time, it must be said that Ukraine also seriously hit Russia, They sent drones into Russia in certain regions of Russia. So, it must simply be said that the situation is gradually worsening. So, the northern group in the north of Ukraine, the Russian military there, also attacked 5 brigades. And at this level, the Ukrainians lost 150 soldiers, 3 tanks, 2 combat armored vehicles, and an ammunition depot that was destroyed. As if all that wasn't enough, in the southern group, in the south of Ukraine, Ukraine lost 315 soldiers, 2 armored combat tanks, and 8 artillery pieces. In the central region, Ukraine lost 465 soldiers. In the east, Ukraine lost 170 soldiers. In the Dnieper group, which attacked 3 brigades, Ukraine lost 70 soldiers, 1 HIMARS, multiple rocket launcher, 2 artillery pieces, and an ammunition depot. So in total, what must be said is that Russia is acting on all the mentioned cardinal points. All points of Ukraine are being attacked simultaneously by Russia. And every time they attack, it's brigades. And the brigades are composed of Ukrainian military command units. So when they attack them, they send the members of these command units to eternal rest. Here is, unfortunately, the sad figure of 1,300. The total is 1,300 men that Ukraine has lost in 24 hours. Can you imagine? 1,300 men. And when we see people continuing to encourage this conflict, it really hurts. It really is disgusting. 1,300 men in 24 hours. Why not preserve human lives? It's really sad. Whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen, that was the headline of international news. Thank you for sharing the video conference. I will be back with you shortly, by the grace of the Almighty, with new updates. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.